Hey there, Rick's Recaps welcomes you to No Pain No Gain. The movie unfolds in 1994 with a guy working out. Upon hearing approaching police, he promptly flees but gets hit by a police cruiser. The narrative then shifts a few months back. Daniel, a cunning scammer convicted for Medicare fraud, is recruited by gym owner John Messé to boost membership and fitness focus at Sun Gym. In just 3 months, Daniel triples the gym's membership and befriends steroid-using trainer Adrian Doorbell. Daniel's eye is caught by new member Victor Kershaw, whose wealth he envies and suspects he's a wrongdoer. He also learns about Johnny Woo's opulent lifestyle and seminar on TV. Attending the seminar, Woo advocates action outlining 3 steps: set a goal, devise a plan, and stick to it. Inspired by Johnny Woo, Daniel embraces the idea of being proactive and figures out a way to extort Kershaw. To make it work, he confides in his friend Adrian, stressing that they need to alter their lives by taking action. Adrian is intrigued by the concept. Still requiring another accomplice, they meet Paul, a former addict now seeking a simple clean life post-prison. Hindered by a tarnished reputation, Paul reluctantly agrees to the plan due to limited job prospects. With the core team set, a missing element remains: an attractive woman. Daniel approaches bar dancer Serena, who's similarly ambitious and willing to overstep any bounds for good money. However, they don't disclose to her that their true intent is kidnapping. Instead, they present the offer as a modeling gig for an album cover. All arrangements are set, yet Adrian's health falters due to steroid side effects. Seeking medical help, he flirts with a nurse during his doctor's visit. The doctor reassures him and offers a cure. Simultaneously, Daniel and Paul visit a weapons store to prepare for their plan. Paul fibs about his military service, impressing the shop owner and securing the desired weapons. Daniel briefs the team, outlining the strategy to infiltrate Victor's farmhouse through the back door and proceed with the operation. They adopt the moniker Sun Gym Gang for their group. On the following evening, they arrive at his farmhouse and discover a grand party going on, prompting them to postpone their plan due to the crowd. Their revised strategy involves abducting their target in front of his shop. Adjacent to his deli, they employ a taser to subdue him, moving him to a nearby warehouse that he uses to stock sex toys. The entire gang is masked, altering their voices. Despite their efforts, Kershaw recognizes Daniel by his distinct cologne scent. Questioning their motives, Kershaw learns of their dissatisfaction with their lives and desire for improvement. He shatters Daniel's misconception about wealth by stressing that he can't become rich by mere bodybuilding, leaving Daniel surprised. Upon inquiring about his idea of Daniel as a muscular man, Kershaw exposes the giveaway cologne as the reason for his identification. Noticing his unwavering confidence even while in custody, they pressure Kershaw to call his wife and prompt her to leave the country immediately. When he resists, they resort to torture, forcing him to do it. They then relocate him, obscuring his vision with tape. Under duress, Kershaw makes false calls to explain his disappearance and relocates his family. Next, Daniel adopts various ways to make him sign property documents, but to no avail. While Paul contemplates leaving the group, Daniel directs Serena to flirt with him, hoping to change his mind. That night, Paul encounters one of the wealthiest men at a bar, accompanied by Serena, which he does not like a bit. Meanwhile, they commence torturing Victor to coerce his signature on the documents. Overcoming his resistance, Victor ultimately yields, transferring his assets to Daniel. To solidify the plan, Daniel bribes John Messé to notarize documents using Kershaw's signature, leveraging Kershaw's funds to support Sun Gym. Acquiring Kershaw's wealth, they decide against releasing him, leading Daniel to devise a plan to kill Kershaw. The plan involves making his death appear as a drunken car crash, with the gang forcing him to drink and crashing his BMW. Despite surviving, Kershaw's car is set ablaze, and the gang runs him over before leaving. Unbeknownst to them, Kershaw survives, is found by the police, and immediately rushed to hospital. Once able to communicate, Kershaw recounts his abduction, torture, and forced property transfer to the police. Skeptical due to alcohol in his system, they dismiss his claims as intoxication. Compounded by Kershaw's criminal record, stemming from past drug-related charges, credibility is lacking. The Sun Gym Gang indulges in Kershaw's wealth, with Daniel seizing his car and upscale Miami home. Adrian marries nurse Robin, using his share to fund penile erection treatments. Paul discards his religious and sober principles, squandering funds on cocaine and a new stripper girlfriend. Finding no one supporting him, Kershaw reaches out to a retired private investigator Ed Dubois III, who initially declines the case, but advises Kershaw to swiftly depart the hospital to evade the gang's next attempt to kill him. Discovering Kershaw's survival, the gang visits the hospital to finish Kershaw, but it fails due to Kershaw heeding Dubois' advice and fleeing. Daniel becomes aware that Victor tried informing the police, though his claims were dismissed, alleviating their concerns of being exposed. So they resume their indulgent lifestyles. Daniel occupies Victor's house and acquires another property. Paul and Serena spend time together. Back there, Dubois decides to take Kershaw's case and shadows the Sun Gym Gang. He integrates into the gym where Daniel works, closely monitoring him. Meanwhile, Paul squanders his share and attempts an armored car heist. His escape results in a toe injury. Both Paul and Adrian, who spent their money on treatments and wedding, propose another kidnapping to Daniel due to their financial straits. On the flip side, Victor confronts the gym owner, highlighting the illegality of the property transfer made without both parties present. Victor's threat causes the gym owner to fear potential consequences. He promptly informs Daniel, who inquires about Victor's contact number, leading to his intention to eliminate Victor. The group traces Victor's motel but arrives too late, as he's already departed. Discovering Dubois covering Kershaw's lodging expenses, they plan to abduct him at his house, but the idea is abandoned when they see police escorting him to his residence. Running low on funds, they opt for another kidnapping target, Frank Griga, a phone sex operation owner. After a satisfying discussion at Griga's mansion, they invite him and his wife Christina Furton to Adrian's residence for an investment proposal. Griga, however, seeks a more experienced contact and questions Daniel's business acumen. This triggers Daniel's rage, leading to a confrontation with Griga. Soon a scuffle ensues, resulting in Daniel accidentally causing Griga's death. Christina witnesses this and aims to shoot Daniel, but Adrian intervenes by injecting her with a horse tranquilizer. Attempting to access a safe with codes provided by Christina in her sedated state, Daniel and Paul find the codes ineffective. Soon, Christina attempts an escape after waking, but Adrian gives her another injection, which proves fatal this time. With Christina deceased, the locker remains locked. Daniel takes valuable items from their home and departs. He and Adrian purchase equipment to dispose of the bodies, dismembering them and placing the remains in barrels submerged in a lake. Simultaneously, Paul incinerates their hands on a barbecue grill to erase fingerprints. The brutality takes a toll on Paul's mental state. He leaves the gang and returns to the church. Adrian's wife's shocking discovery of blood at home prompts her to call the police. With evidence from Dubois, the police plan to apprehend the Sun Gym gang, investigating the disappearance of Griga and Christina. On June 17, the police apprehend Paul at the church, Adrian at his residence, and Messe at Sun Gym. Witnessing the raid, Daniel manages to escape, albeit hit by a police car. He flees by sea using Kershaw's boat. Kershaw and Dubois deduce that Daniel aims to access a hidden Bahamian bank account, prompting them to join the police in pursuing him. Their pursuit catches up with Daniel. He's shot by Dubois, pursued by Kershaw, and eventually arrested. The gang's run concludes with their capture and custody. Daniel faces trial alongside Paul, Adrian, and Messe. Testimony reveals Robin's divorce from Adrian before she testifies against him. Overcome by guilt, Paul confesses and testifies against Daniel, receiving a 15-year sentence, serving 7. Daniel and Adrian are sentenced to death, residing on Florida's death row. Messe's sentence results in his death while imprisoned. And that's how the movie ends. Thanks for being with us.